Welcome back to another celebrity-filled, hot-roasting, mo-money episode of Trading with the Stars. I'm Alexander Paul Morris, your host. Some of you may recall a few weeks back when Vienna Marriott gave us a few of her picks for CNBC's $1 Million Challenge. However, we had no idea how well they'd actually perform. Since March 26th, CHAP has been up over 13%, and NBIX has been up as much as 20% since that same episode was released. So how did she do it? What are her stock-picking secrets? We're here today to find out. Hi, Vienna. Great to see you again. How's it going?
Oh, fabulous. I'm so glad to be here again. Thank you.
It's so great to have you. Thank you for coming on again.
Sure, no problem.
You just did so well with your last picks. We just had to find out more about how you pick your stocks. I mean, please share with us some of your secrets.
Well, actually, Alexander, I have you to thank for. I just followed some of the strategies that you described to me from your new book and totally ran with it.
Really? Wow, that's great. I had no idea.
Oh, shut up! Really, you're such a tease. I finally got to read your book, How to Win the $1 Million Challenge, and I can't wait to try all the strategies you've cooked up to help people make some money.
Oh, thank you, Vienna.
So instead of shopping at Barney's, Bendel's, Jeffrey's, Bergdorf's, Prada, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Marc Jacobs, Prada, or Dolce & Gabbana, I think I'll be stock shopping instead. Besides, I have an assistant for all that stuff.
Oh, well, thank you, Vienna. You're so kind. I feel so appreciated for my effort. So, Vienna, perhaps you can share for us a little bit about the strategies you use to pick CHAP and NBIX.
Oh, sure. Not a problem, Alexander. Besides, you already know I love to share. So, first of all, I remembered how you were saying the basic materials sector was so strong right now. And especially the steel and iron industry groups have been like really hot lately. CHAP still has a pretty low float with only 40 million shares, and about 7% of the float was still short at the time. From what you said, that would make a great catalyst for a short squeeze as CHAP started making new all-time highs day after day. It was also making float range breakouts from those highs as well, meaning that a good part of the stock's tradable float was probably tied up with smart money.
That's very good. Yeah.
The stock also pays a small dividend, and even after its big move, still only trades at a price-earnings ratio of a bit over 12. It's also a small SAC Capital holding, the totally hot hedge fund run by Steve Cohen. No matter what happens with the market, the stock just keeps going higher. Amazingly, I still haven't seen the stock blow off on heavy volume, which is what you have told me tends to happen at the end of a big move in a stock. I started scaling out of my position, though, because I really can't imagine how much higher it can go.
That's great, Vienna. Thanks for that analysis. Wow, I didn't realize you were actually listening to little old me when I was telling you all that stuff. But I've got to say, I'm really impressed by how much you picked up.
Yeah. Alexander, don't let this facade fool you. I'm one clever cookie.
So, why don't you tell us a little more about NBIX, Neurocrine Biosciences?
With pleasure. NBIX recently had a big move after presenting at a conference, and the next day it fell back 50% of that move, which is where I was looking to buy based on the dual thrust concept you showed me. Besides the fact that I already know NBIX because its sleeping pill is supposedly one of the best on the market, it was also heavily shorted. And from looking back on the chart as to how these moves materialized in the past, it seemed logical that the traders caught short NBIX would pile in even more, hoping NBIX would, go right back down where it started. Of course, they were all disappointed as the stock squeezed them all the way to like nearly $14.50 from a low of $12 a share. That's perfect symmetrical move to the first wave that exploded higher. I'm flat on this now. I mean, on the trade.
Well, I'm glad you clarified that for us there, Vienna. Thank you again for that great explanation. Finally, do you have any more picks for us to check out?
Actually, Alexander, I do. I absolutely love using your chart montage to find stocks moving steadily higher. And I came up with some real hot and sexy picks. I gotta bring up one that I absolutely adored when I first spotted it a few days ago because of its 7% short interest and steadily accelerated uptrend, which is Sinclair Broadcast Group, SBGI.
Very interesting.
But now it's starting to break away sharply from its trend line, so while it may be worth, sticking with until it blows off on heavy value, from what I've learned in your book, I'd be wary of, initiating a new position in the stock. I also like Church & Dwight, CHD, which also has been trading steadily higher. So the short interest isn't high at around 3% or so, but it has been steadily rising, even though some insiders seem to have taken the opportunity to sell a few of their shares. You would think that would make the stock go lower, but the stock doesn't seem to care, and is probably keeping a few people short, or at least on the sidelines.
I hear you.
So long as it keeps edging higher, it's staying put in my portfolio.
It sounds like it's nice for a stock to stay in your portfolio, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is.
Oh my. So, Vienna, do you have any other picks for us today? You little hot-to-trot celeb investor, you.
Oh my. Sure thing. I also like ONXX Pharmaceuticals.
Oh yeah, that's ONXX.
Yes, love the drug companies. Which received FDA approval for its new drug, Nexavar, back in February, a kidney cancer drug developed in conjunction with Bayer for treating advanced forms of the disease. It's the first drug in 12 years to be approved for kidney cancer.
It's a very interesting story.
So the stock shot up, over 17 points on the news and has been tightly consolidating near its highs for the past several months since. So a few days back, it made a float range breakout and has since been finding support around the midpoint of that move.
Very interesting. Anyway, tell us a little more there about the rest of your ONXX story.
Oh, sure. I think the stock has potential to make another big move up, especially if it comes anywhere close to making a second move symmetrical to the first. Also, about 16% of the stock's float is currently sold short. The company's also got a good deal of cash on hand and little debt. I'm long, long. And ONXX. I gotta say that I absolutely recommend your new book, How to Win the $1 Million Challenge, for anyone who wants to participate in either CNBC's competition or TheStreet.com's Beat the Street Challenge. And I just love that I'm also learning how to apply all of this knowledge to make more money for real instead of always spending it. Well, not really. I'll still spend it. Who are we kidding?
Wow, Vienna, I don't know what to say. That's so kind of you. I mean, thanks again for all your great insights, your interesting stock picks, and wow, again for that wonderful endorsement of my new book.
Hey, no problem, Alexander. You've helped me so much. I just love giving back to the little people. Right. And it's so fabulous that you're also helping others too. Thank
you, Vienna, so much for all those kind words and for all of your time today out of your busy investing schedule.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
As a final note, I think our viewers would just love to know what your favorite position is. Long or...
Oh, that's easy. On top. Always on top.